10 seconds remaining.
I still, yeah. It's got to be some for Sumail.
5 seconds remaining.
And the other carry that's still Sumail has the game on, right, is the is Slark.
I'm really worried
sort of fancy the Slark. The Pounce could be nice, catching
Invictus
the Ember and the Weaver.
Gaming's turn to pick.
Templar Assassin.
Yeah, so we are going to have a carry, either probably carry Mag or carry Baden, right?
你这么菜的队友，你这么菜的队友不会
Where's the
生
carry
气吧，
TA?
哥哥？
It was safe lane TA was a thing. It was a thing. I mean, this is it's an
weird
OG
thing.
draft, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, very
OG
strange
draft
looking
here.
Huh. And that does give them
remaining.
a non-melee hero, at least.
I think you're right though, right?
Because then it's a lane versus
carry
Shaker.
TA.
Like Shaker laning versus that doesn't sound so nice at all.
Can't do anything at all.
You can't
really.
do anything, yeah.
IG last pick. What's the plan for that?
Or is it a 5 ET mid Magnus? I'm just kidding. But more, it's like 90% of 5 of Adam now.
I think it's got to be Sumail character.
But let's see what IG does.
They think it's they could definitely pick some up, have a heavy DPS here or something. Really make the TA's game hard.
Constant
They
damage.
take themselves the Slark. I mean, they're going to have that with the Dark Pact, of course.
So
Very nice to
support
remove the
Weaver.
refraction, and it is, Sumail on the TA.
Okay, so it is the more obvious kind of, yeah. Magnus is still flexed, it looked like here, but I'm at 90% that's Seb too. Okay, so it is going to be the more obvious ones. And it's going to be a Kaka Weaver with JT, the Shaker, Ollie on Silencer.
Well,
Okay.
let's see.
All
I mean,
right.
looking at the drafts,
I like IG's.
it's a lot of question marks on OG's side. It's
Yeah.
like, how is this going to work? But then again, that is what we always find ourselves asking.
For sure.
When we're seeing OG come up with these lineups. Yeah, IG's draft looks pretty darn good.
It does.
This is pretty strong.
Multiple, lots of instances versus TA.
How are you catching this Weaver, this Ember, this Slark? It's not going to be easy.
No, there's like no catch.
No.
So, and yeah, lots of damage instances. We've got Flame,
5
we've got Flame
seconds
Guard, we've got Dark
remaining.
Pact, we've got Arcane Curse, even Bugs. I mean, they don't burn that fast, but every single little one of these things do add up. Okay. Does feel like it's a bit of an uphill battle for OG.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, which is going to make it all the more entertaining if they are able to do this here in this game one. But yeah, it definitely seems like the deck stacked against them here with what IG's been able to open up with this draft. But very exciting, ladies and gentlemen, to see what will happen between these two teams. As mentioned, of course, this is a very important game for OG. They wish to fight for the chance to stay in the upper bracket.
Very likely, like we said, if they take one game, believe they should be pretty okay to go.
But they need that one game.
If they take 2-0, it's very likely as well too. But yeah, it's all dependent on how the other games go too, because they're tied up with.
你这么菜的队友，你这么菜的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Yeah, this is such a good Slark game for Fly.
And even for emo too, right? There's literally like just like no stuns. There's just not really a lot of staples, and they have
this
the
Slark's
global.
just gonna pop off. I mean,
let's Seb does get the situations where he gets good RPs off too. A global comes out. There's not going to be the follow-up for them to keep this Ember, keep this Slark control. So feels like an uphill battle, but we will see as it all kicks off.
It's going to be an entertaining one to watch for sure. Some of that into the action.
Always a little bit of mental game coming into play, and I feel like we're gonna have the most chat wheels that we've gotten to cast.
You feel this is the game to
the two of them, honestly. IG is also very historically known for doing those, especially JT. And JT is going to do the item build that we saw, I think popularized more so by Old 11. I saw him doing it in his pubs even before coming to this tournament. The Bassi first. Cool. Looks like Kaka, he's got his sentries. They're checking to see the ward. There. The other side, OG. The high ground. Are they going to block camps? Both of them. Starting with 2 sentries on both the 5 positions, so potentially blocking out those small camps versus both of these heroes that utilize small camp excellently. We get a high five, Seb? Nope.
Nope. mean,
Look at this by
The
Suel as well. He's
battle
melded.
begins.
Melded on the rune.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，
Easy.
哥哥？
He thinks him. He's like, alright, he's got it. 3 runes.
Proper damage done to Ollie here. Saxa. Run him down a bit. Let's see how the lanes sort of settle up. I mean, any sort of lanes that are going to be struggling?
Let's see. I'm just curious to see how bottom's going to be, really. Because I haven't seen these the carry TAs versus the Shaker. I feel like the TA is going to be able to have a pretty good time. Should be able to keep his distance. Refraction's really nice. I don't see how the Weaver is going to slow it down either. So TA should farm. I think Slark is probably going to be the one that struggles. Even though it's a double melee with the silencer backing up, it's ET. AT versus these weaker heroes inside the laning phase, he just completely thrives.
Sure. Yeah, he just trades so well.
Yeah.
Especially having Seb at the side as well. Seb's got a few levels
Yeah.
of all the sort of setup to get IG's heroes in some unfavorable positions.
And they're already starting their little creep pull mechanics, making the Slark farm under the tower with the double creep wave while Seb is still harassing him, so Fly is pretty miserable up there.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Very low. Just hit the tube, but we'll see now. Ollie has to contest the creeps in between the 2 towers.
That's not easy for him to do. Saxa still handled it. Nicely in mid lane. Mo with the slight lead at the moment. Bottle already on its way out, of course.
Skill matchup, but I would give slight advantage to Emperor. Changes and nerfs that point. But it's still skill matchup, so I think it could come out even on the side. See how bottom's going. JT, big meld. That hurts though. Level 1 meld is no joke. -5 armor. JT steps up. He's gonna need a second one.
Oh, he's dead this time.
I can't believe he lets himself get the -10 armor. He still had the debuff from the first one when the second one hit him.
Oh, wow.
Big
Samael. He's going to be very happy with that one. First blood for Samael. Safe laners, yeah. Big mistake there from JT.
Expected it to do that much damage, but I believe for a split second when the second one connected. Wave will push into him though, so he will be able to get the nice
Dire's
chunk of
turret
experience
has
on his
been
way.
killed.
Yeah, this is a cool solution for the, what we've been seeing a lot of times from these Shakers is the enchant totem damage inside the laning phase starts to become pretty overwhelming versus a lot of these carries. Jeez, well.
I mean, he is bullying JT down here.
But refraction, you know, you pop the enchant totem, he pops refraction, he eats the whole hit. It's not there, and high-fiving him now. He knows how well he's doing in that lane. 17-5. And JT's a good sport, though.
Not really too much Kaka can do to make this any easier for JT down here, it seems.
Well, they do have the level 3 now on the Shaker. And that's one of those big timers we always talk about. Most people don't have all 3.
Oh, mid!
Stun mid.
Dire's middle
Opts
tower is under attack.
he opts to stand his ground, but he's going to die for that. Emo gets the kill.
I'm surprised Emo's actually living. I thought he was going to suicide to the tower right away. I guess he's going to let himself survive and just go
He's got
play
a
one with the
bouncer in on the high
Yeah,
ground.
that's fine. Okay.
there we
We've
have.
seen that a lot from a lot of these players. You get the solo kill on the mid and then you just suicide to the tower so you come back full HP when he comes back. But
I mean, Thompson made the call to not dissimulate out.
Yep.
Felt that maybe he would have the damage to get the job done. He didn't.
the big kill.
Absolutely, Emo already was having a very nice time in that mid.
No-Tail is just bodying both heroes now bottom.
Yeah, this
Getting
bottom
full
lane is
free farm.
going downhill pretty rapidly for IG. Samael, complete free farm. They're not able to slow him down right now.
That being said though, Fly doing better than I'd expected, to be honest with you. 19 CS up onto him. Now Saxa is level 3, so that's where the Spirit really starts to get its true power. 115 damage, Fly has to instant away. Taka trying to get the rune.
Gonna be able to do so. Thompson. All hits.
Emo. And JT has popped back up with those lessons, as we said. Lane positioning, since they did get the kill on him, it did shove all the way under his tower. He actually has a full Falcon Blade, I believe, first up on our Shaker.
Diving in for Thompson here. They've got the chains. Looks out as well, but a TP coming in from No-Tail.
Radiant's courier
okay.
has
Stop them,
been killed.
Well, lose his courier though.
Does indeed. Goodbye to the Null Tally recipe. Snipe.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
trying to get a rehold of the wave here with that pull. It's going to be...
Oh, I was kind of thinking about going for these courier snipes behind tower, but... Dax getting started just yet. Saksa putting more attention, just playing in the laning phase. Probably will start backing up in the next few moments to start stacking Ancients up because they do have that TA. And he has, I guess he has slowed down the Slark a little bit. I just thought the Slark was going to be slowed down even more in comparison.
Sure, because yeah, overall it's...
Yeah.
Without doubt, Sumail just having the freest lane at the moment.
Yeah.
Full farm down bottom is... Well, 17 charges, so he's...
More than fine.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Got any
bottom
fear at all
tower
down
is
here.
under attack.
Once the 6 is on the Shaker, then they have potential to go for any plays on TA, because then they have a way to actually break refraction with Echo Slam if there's around a creep wave because of all the separate instances from the Echo. And Saksa is, yeah, he's starting to get some stacks started. Not the Ancient, but he wants to check for top 6. They will be able to get it. Whoa, and they'll go right on top of it as well as top.
Try and go on Seb. And they'll have the damage for that one. Seb caught out by the curse.
You wanted out of here, didn't you?
Do they EG within the area?
Much obliged.
Hidden one's grin.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧？真是。
Until we see some of the moves from the mids coming into play, Sumail he's just not going to be under any sort of pressure. Very, very low down on this bottom half of the map.
And he's always topped off. No Tail's keeping him nice and healthy. If he's topped off, then they can't make a play for Echo. The only way they can use the Echo play when he's 6 is if the TA is a bit low, and then they walk in from like the side, and he gets a good connection with. Super unlikely. Absolutely would need a rotation, likely from Emo. Which is possible very early on that the Ember Spirit can hit that bottom lane. Don't really have the mana just yet. 6-minute rule.
Sentry trolling the traps down. It makes it very hard for JT or Kaka to come that far down the lane at all.
Dire's turret has been killed.
No Tail. Maybe stepping up a bit too far this time around. The bug's committed. D.
Somehow by his side, trap down.
He's just gonna throw the
Yeah, take the kill.
To the dust return.
Gonna also get this whole creep wave too.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Slow
attack.
start, so
Yeah, it's
an
okay.
Echo for a kill.
Sure.
As you say, you're never going to kill Sumail with the Echo anyway down there.
Yeah, it's just a bit too difficult, especially if no. Good play. Taka now making the move toward top. Definitely look to set up kills onto Seb pretty easy now if the pounce does connect. With the last word. Silence right afterwards when the pounce does end. Farm on Emo's just stacking some camps in the
Dire's
meantime,
middle
trying
tower is under
to
attack.
maximize his. Rune's being checked both times. No Tail again, securing the rune bottom for Topson after he gets illusion up earlier. They're actually going to try to
Dire's
blow
middle
out a little
tower
bit.
is under attack.
We'll force him away, but he has the Remnant down on the hard camp with his Flame Guard, so we'll be able to farm that for Emo. Risky though.
Gotta watch out though, IG, for potential moves from Topson now. The Arcane picked up, incredibly potent rune.
Absolutely. And he's got the mid-wave fully
Dire's
pushed
middle
in
tower
too, so
is under attack.
has opportunities to hunt. Hunting he is. He.
JT, he definitely could be in trouble here with the Arcane. So couldn't go for this. He's gonna jump in, quick combo.
Oh, and he gets all the creeps too.
I could have been powerful in that case.
Money at the same time up top. Find Ollie out of position, Seb. Gonna take him out. Fly will try and punch back into Seb, but can't trade hits easily, especially with Sax back around.
He's going toe-to-toe with Emo.
The remnant control. Topson is having a run. He's gonna have to simulate back up in a second, and Emo knows it won't waste time chasing.
My house.
Play there.
The space just continues for Sumail. He's 1k ahead of anyone else in the game. Zaxa, step up here, fly. He's going to try and use the Shadow Dance to continue chasing down, but Seb comes in with a skewer and threatens with the RP, so Fly has to back off. We'll hold off on dropping the RP though, still available for the next play.
And it looks like...
Refuse go.
Absolutely. Again, it looks like in the meanwhile when Ollie did get killed before as a silencer, I was wondering what his positioning was. He was actually warding Ancient. So he was looking to block out that Ancient camp so that they were stacking it, but it's that sentry, he sees the ward right away. He's gonna get taken out, and they should be able to actually stack right after they go.
Emo, they're trying to interrupt this stack here. Zemo, Ollie coming over. They'll catch No Tail. The shield to try and help him out. Seb watching for the side. Seb does still have the RP available. Looks to drop it down. It's going to be Swift. Emo with a quick remnant out. They'll lose Ollie though, and Emo still being run down by Saxa. Saxa needs one more hit. He may just get it. No, the chains are up. Emo's able to hold back Saxa. Still, Kaka very deep in enemy territory here. He's trying to hide in the trees. Thompson's got the astral step back. They're ready. Cuts in. Kaka, he's trying to hide another Shikuchi.
Oh, Emo also might die to Saxa in the meantime, but we'll get away.
I mean, Flyfly's still trying to poke at Seb, but underneath the tower he can't do so. Thompson, he's still looking for Kaka. Resonant won't grab the Dissimulate does. Resonant pulse, the damage is done. Thompson will be able to catch Kaka.
Dissimulate, the damage that comes with it when you have a Fairy Trinket and a Null. Quite a lot. 400 burst almost.
Flyfly is low. Good step forward to block the pounce, but Shadow Dance is up still. Flyfly will escape. Thompson getting hungry for action with these moves.
All time where Sumail is just sitting back, getting
space.
Full free farm. Already on his way toward that Deso after Tread's Dragon Ledge. It's gonna be super early. No tail. He's out again.
He's got the 6 now, so it's more awkward for Kaka and JT to commit on him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They'll let him walk this off.
OG's getting much better space around the map though. Much more farm at least, just farming a bit better. All 3 cores ahead of their counterparts. Even ET, as we've seen Saxa just running heroes down. Look at Kaka. Oh my goodness.
Bit of hesitance there on the punch from there from Saxa.
I think the Fissure will come out. JT doesn't stop him. That's actually a really smart play.
Alright.
Might be able to get turned on if he does. And we've seen this more now. I saw a couple. The 5 position ETs are doing the 3 points and stop. The 4 positions are pretty good. No. I saw Zephyr even put 4
Radiant's
points.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Pop
middle
off on
tower
Emo.
is under attack.
As a
Dire's
have a
structures
Fire
are
Remnant to work
fortified.
with.
Got on by the side as well. JT as well. Fisher's out. Chains. Thompson to the back of a no-tail though. You used the global trying to save Emo. Emo's got the Remnant away. Underneath the tier 2. Thompson, can he chase? He's going to look to. Remnant won't grab him though.
Radiant's top
Emo
tower
does manage
is
to
under attack.
survive. Ollie does get dove under the tower though. Saxa coming in with a big hard punch. He chases him down with the phase boots. We'll get a kill after all. But the global usage,
Radiant's
at least
top
enough to
tower
bail
is under
Emo out of harm's way.
OG just being super aggressive with this lineup here. 3k advantage, continuing to get more on the map, and they're looking to pressure towers too. And Deso's going to be done, and with the Deso, it's very likely that Sumail can just look ahead into pin very soon. Like him and No Tail can probably duo in.
Definitely.
While everybody else, they could show other heroes on the map, and the 2 of them can go in there and look to go for a play like that.
There's no global as well, so it would be a good timing to
Radiant's
that move.
bottom
He still
tower
has
is
like
under
400 gold
attack.
until he does have that Deso.
Dire's structures
bit more
are
time.
fortified.
Trying to finish up bottom tower, but they're bringing reinforcement. Thompson's here.
wants to try and threaten a kill.
Oh, Ollie showed his face.
He does. Fisher will buy a little bit of time for Ollie. Does Thompson want to commit for this? He's weighing out the curse of the silence. May just be long enough to allow Ollie to get far enough away, and it will be. Thompson can't keep chasing. Very close to having the Yules done though, Thompson.
Yeah. Look, Ollie got a bit lucky there. Really thinking about committing onto him. But JT almost having Blink Dagger, that's probably the biggest indicator of when IG is going to start looking to actually be more active. But OG's just getting a bit too far ahead after this laning phase. Yeah, 4k lead, it just continues to grow. And IG forcing anything until they do have that blink is very difficult. They just don't really have the heroes to force the buildings, don't have heroes to force fights without that blink.
13-minute Deso complete on Sumail.
That is fast.
Lance. Harry TA off to a fantastic start and seeming like a very good way to response to lane against that core shaker, as you said. It's just been a free start for Sumail completely.
Any type of these ranged heroes, it really does feel like, because every time I'm seeing these melee heroes go over shaker, he just totems them back, and it's like, oh geez, all right, we can't actually lane very well. But yeah, ranged TA doesn't care. Refraction also. It seems like the perfect heroes we're seeing, both factors of range and absorption. T. Arma looking opposite.
Radiant's
Gatekeeper,
middle tower is
DD
under
rune.
attack.
Man, OG have done a very good job of taking over this triangle from IG rather early.
Yeah,
Quite completely.
and they're getting these this big amount of farm, big amount of scaling, and they're the ones with the ET. And I'm seeing Saksa, he's already got a component of his Aghanim.
Yeah, he's just free farming on the
just
bottom
farming.
lane.
He's
Yeah,
having
he
a
is.
free time down here.
He's gonna hit all the creeps down here.
And playing Sludge versus ET is not fun.
Thompson, he wants to try and go with it for the DD. Well,
Bit
missed the
deep.
initial astral step though. TPs are coming over to the side. Samael, he was trying to join them, but Flyfly and Emo, they found Samael, and he's very far away from the rest of the team, so Samael will be killed off. And now IG get more out of this. Kaka and JT, who they're going to look towards Thompson. We're going to step up, but Thompson actually dissimulating back in over towards Kaka. They've got the stop onto the two of them, Rendering onto JT, but the slam comes out into the curse, into the silence. The splitter is there from Saxa, comes in, takes down the Shaker with one touch over to Kaka as well. OG, they're winning the fight. They could kill Thompson, IG, and now Thompson. He's chasing them down. Remnant set up in a full position as he catches Emo on the escape.
That was actually so cute. The splitter cancel the animation of the fissure. I think if the fissure does end up going down there, Thompson might just die and we see an absolutely
Yeah,
different
Thompson would have been dead for sure.
Splitter cancels
Saxa.
it, boom. They end up getting 3 kills because of it, and they take the whole ancient sack. They lose Sumail, which still hurts, but he's back up in 3. And now Global's down, Echo's down. I'm smelling Roshan.
See it again on the replay.
你这么
Early
菜的队友
start
不
here. I
生
mean,
气
it
吧，
didn't look to
哥
be
哥？
a good beginning for
Radiant's
OG.
top
Was
tower
somehow
is under attack.
caught where he was here, completely separate from the team. And even up to the points where we had this fight on the high ground, it still looks like it could be going south for OG. Back in action, around the road, spin steps in with the RP. He's caught Emo.
On Emo.
Emo taken out, Flyfly. He's thinking about turning and fighting, but he cannot do so. He's got to run. He's getting burst solo with the Astro Step. That's similar. Not quite going to catch him as he's out with the pounce, but the Yules is there. Got him up in the air, into the storm. Flyfly's taken out as No-Tail finishes him off with a mist coil. Karka's come in, but there's nothing to be done as the Weaver. He's got to run.
And they get the rush in the meanwhile, while killing 2 cores.
And now Saxon. He's looking to run down Ollie.
Rise.
And Thompson, he's going to have the catch to do so. In with the Yule setup, the Remnant OG. 12-5 now, 7k lead. Aegis, as you say, in Samael's hands.
Boy,
This could not have gone any better this early game. And OG coming in with very much their own style here in the draft, and it's doing OG things.
it sure is. 17 minutes, 7k lead already.
Dire's top tower is under
And
attack.
I mean, they have like TA, who's maybe not this like crazy Lakem, but with ET, they always have great ways to scale into the game. And this early was such a big advantage. It's gonna be a pretty massive uphill battle for the side of IG.
really
They do have
is.
the blink on JT, but even in the last fight where they get a pretty good
Radiant are
setup, just a
scanning.
little instance of a, canceling the full stun lock, allowing OG to huge one. They're probably so shaken up, like, oh god, like. What do? We have Echo up in 4. We have to just keep looking to make plays, even if we're playing into Aegis. So they will smoke up immediately. Global and Echo ready.
Well, have to attack this. That's even if they can kill it. Got the borrowed time. TP's coming in for the rest of OG. Or do you want to try and fight this? Thompson jumping in towards Karko. No, still alive. He goes through the slam, catching the turn. Catches both Seb and Thompson. Seb, he's able to put the extra string. Seb's still alive here for now. Flyfly will dive in, finish off No-Tail with the dart pack. 2 down on OG. Samael, he's looking to fight back. Saxa, he's running down Kaka and JT.
Emo.
Radiant's middle tower is under
It's
attack.
right next to Supermail. Well, unfortunate there, but had no escape.
And Saxa, he's getting some extras here on the side pilot with JT. Bishop will block off Saxa, but the jump forward there from Seb. In on top of JT. Imagine again, they get a couple of kills. They do find the slam, but it's still not a great trade for them. They end up losing 2 in return. Samael's in with the cleanup.
And it's the location of it too. It's not like they get any kills into
it's
anything
deep.
either. Look at the lane positioning as well. It's in OG's favor.
Dire's
Both
middle
lanes
tower
pushing out
is
too.
under
So
attack.
IG don't really get much of anything out of it besides just some small type of kills. And OG come out ahead again.
Just even trying with the hunt. Kaka, Samael. Didn't.
He has a full BKB on.
15 minutes in.
And now those
That is
instances, we talked about
Pretty
damage.
insane.
Damage instances on IG, no longer. BKB gets popped. Damage instances were magical. You're gonna be able to stay inside the fights very easy.
I mean, mid.
Fly.
He's got.
Nice. Shadow Blade. Oh, Saksa has the grenade too. Oh, baby. ET and Shaker now are the 2, and I guess Tiny, of course, for fake grenade.
Dire's
You
bottom
get your
tower
plus
is
damage
under
as well
attack.
with it. So he does have like a plus 400 with a Fey Grenade, he's gonna plus 400 throw it at somebody. Very fun, and he's halfway toward Aghanims, more than halfway. Game looking very difficult for IG these next few moments.
I mean, what's the behavior? Flyfly's got the Shadow Blade done over the Echo Saber, but
okay. I guess when he has Silver Edge, what they can do is they can Silver Edge hit Abaddon, global, kill him in the fights, and then start focusing everybody else. But they do need to solve the backline.
Look at the chase down Flyfly here.
Dire's middle tower
Thompson.
has
He's
fallen.
actually going to get the grab with the Remnant into
too.
the stop. They're locking down Flyfly throughout the duration of his Shadow Dance. And Flyfly, he's not going to get away from this. Does get denied by the neutral. So I guess something to be said, but still 45 seconds where he's off the map.
Oh god. Can't kill Troll. IG look to make that aggro move, and now back to getting some type of passive farm. Kaka's been the one actually passive farming for quite a long time on his team. Just getting solo crest, he's got Earn, going back for Ags, but really getting out farmed and getting caught all over. It's JT though.
They're going to jump in. Echo followed up by the Global. They're trying to take down Thompson. Thompson, he will fall. The Sleight of Fist comes into play. Emo takes him out. There was no tell. The borrowed time's up. One more hit. Emo's going to get silenced. He has to be a bit careful. Saxa is running him down here. One more hit will do it, but the control's there for JT. Some Saxa been getting in onto Emo. Quick slight to change. Holds Saxa off to the side. No tell was continue to be chased by Counter and JT with a big slap from the Enchant Totem. They get the kill. Fisher block off as well for JT. He's controlled Saxa. Saxa can't escape. It's another for JT.
Huge by JT. No hesitation either. That Echo Slam absolutely instant down bottom when Thompson does commit forward. How much gold did he just get, actually?
That's a lot for the Shaker here. JT, he really is kind of just holding things together whilst they fall further and further behind. Still down 9k, but JT, definitely the sort of the spark of hope that IG need to turn this one around. Great jump. Excellent follow-up, of course, from the Global, and they have enough time to take out Thompson for any sort of help can arrive.
And we said this multiple times, too. That's what we were a little bit like, they put the Abaddon into the Silencer, and we see it right there. That Global unable to bail out Thompson at all with any type of heal or shield. Yeah, big play
Radiant's
by JT.
middle tower is under
Much
attack.
needed for them.
Need a few more of those, of course, though.
Sure.
A lead here for OG at the start that they've had, and the farm that Smell is getting. So yeah, no tell, a couple of components away from that Lotus. Of course, that will answer to that combo that are executing.
Just gonna need the plate mail. Actually pretty close. Considered as a 5 position.
Radiant are scanning.
Right now, Global, Echo on cooldown. He's looking to be active.
They're on the hunt for Emo.
They see him too, but he does. Oh, they know that they see. I think they
No
see the
TP
defensive.
either.
They see the remnant too.
Cooldown. Thompson's got to get the setup, otherwise Emo will be away. And he has.
He gets it.
Just Remnant straight out to the trees. They follow up with the RP. Thompson up. Getting the catch.
Pretty good awareness. Smoke breaks. He knows exactly where he is.
Yeah.
Hey, when you have these trees cut as well, this is a big indicator lately.
Where he's gone.
Yeah, so very good awareness there from Thompson. Also, they placed the ward to know that he didn't back up. They saw the remnant, so they're like, he's
Radiant's
still
top
here.
tower is
He's
under
looking to
attack.
play. Very cocky. They will punish him for it. Now they have TA with Aghanims, so
Radiant's top
Jamel
tower.
can be anywhere on the map now because of this. And also, can maybe survive
Dire's
a lot of the
bottom
ganks
tower
too.
is under attack.
Perhaps just psionic projection out of a lot of the plays that happen
Radiant's
onto
top
him.
tower is under attack.
Also has Meld Dispel.
Dire's
rid of those
bottom
chains.
tower has fallen.
Curse the last word as well. Protect himself a little bit
Dire's
better.
bottom tower is under attack.
It's tier 2.
That's quick.
It certainly is. The push is here from OG.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mid lane, Thompson. He's got the catch on the carcass. Somehow heads over to a trap, and he's in. Able to get involved, get himself another kill. And Aghanims
Radiant structures are
getting around from
fortified.
A to point B.
Still has a trap down bottom too if he sees an opportunity to go back down there for the push. Yep, no tails pinging.
Dire's middle tower.
And they're giving no,
is
I mean
under
they are
attack.
giving no tail farm too, like you mentioned. Prioritizing him to get that Lotus so that he can always go for these saves.
Yeah, it's just going to be a solid answer to sort of the one combo that's causing issues. Top lane.
JT again.
It's not enough burst straight away, but they do have the global to make sure the Thompson's still locked out on the way back down.
Nice play.
They are, you know, they're being able to catch and kill Thompson with this, but So that's not going to be enough. They need much more here. Lifeline.
Sumail is just on the chase. He's taking out Kaka and pushing away Emo as well by himself.
Flyfly trying for the dive onto No-Tail. TPs are coming in. Flyfly really wants the kill. Does commit and get it. If he can get away here from Sumail and Saxa, should be fine.
He's got depth shot as well too. He's got so many ways to escape now. Spirit will go through him, so he was, but we'll be able to get away. And Sumail, yeah, Sumail literally just jumped into both the Ember and the Weaver and killed them because he now has taken the shard. So he does have the silence now versus these two as well, which is going to be very effective. Bye-bye. He didn't get that packed off.
Set. One with the idea of the RP. Fish is going to come out for JT to try and get set space for Flyfly to get back, but it doesn't matter. They have the control with the Remnant, and Sumail, he's more than got the damage covered here.
He's just so farmed too, and now they still have RP for the upcoming move. No Echo, no Global. If they look to threaten that high ground. Roche is up. I guess they, with the time, 50 seconds, they want to push forward as much as they can, and then they'll probably back up and look for that Roche. Surprising to see no traps inside of him. Still hanging around. Feeling strong on Sumail.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Just have to watch.
Yeah, what can they do?
Anything. So I get that. That's why they commit.
Sumail's just taking the barracks.
That makes sense why they commit. Oh. Uh-oh.
They got creeps on the way.
这么菜的队友不会生
And the
气吧？
Brigands,
哥
of
哥
course, coming into play there versus low HP things. Brigand's Blade.
There we go, full X.
Oh boy.
Saxa, I mean, everything is just falling into place here for OG.
Radiant are scanning.
They have run them over here in this first 26 minutes. IG still just, they haven't found the moment to shake things up, really.
And they need to get BK. The thing is now, ET with this type of items, you need BKB on Slark. BKB is already finished on Ember, but Slark now cannot stand his ground in the fights. He will find a DD. This could be a bit of a difference maker.
Oh, sneak in the Roche. I mean,
Okay. I think OG...
that would be risky.
Yeah.
I'll take the
OG,
rest.
yeah, they both scanned. OG caught a scan initially on the high ground when they were in the area, so...
They're thinking about it.
Right on top of a sentry.
They're going to start. They're going for it.
With the Spirit.
Yeah, they can't get away with this IG. There's no way. They're going to have to try and take a fight. Sumail. The Fisher starting things off. They're in. They follow with the Echo Slam. They manage to take down Sumail. The jump to the high ground gets the job done. The TA will fall. Seb
seconds.
skewing Flyfly off to the side, but now Seb split for the rest of the team. Pounds forward from Flyfly. They're in onto the Magnus as a second kill.
I guess they did not expect there to be a ward on the high ground
Not
there.
at all.
A ward and a
They
sentry just
really didn't.
right on top of Sumail. And now that's a free Roche. 65 seconds. IG
All right, here we go.
turning it around.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
JD really is a savior.
I mean, JT is doing so much for them. I mean, they've been down sort of 10k for such a long time now, but JT, these moves, these jumps are certainly the difference maker here, and he's just about found himself another here over the No-Tail. Borrowed time is still on cooldown.
Dire's middle barracks
5
are under
seconds.
attack.
It's too long. No-Tail goes down. Another catch and another kill for JT.
And now with Aegis
Dire's
as well
bottom
as
tower is under
I think a
attack.
gem picked up, I believe, for Ollie. Yeah, Ollie picking up a gem nice and early on for his team too.
Radiant's top tower.
We'll look
is
to take
under
out those
attack.
TA traps so they can make sure that they aren't under vision in any of these fights. I think he's just gonna pass it over to the Slark too. Zeb's still in the area.
Has got an RP. He's taking a jump, but Flyfly did get the dark packed up in time. Trying to get away with the skewers in. Zeb. Take down 2 of them. Aegis here for round 2, but the Remnant's set up. Is there any way they can help this slug? There is
Dire's
not.
middle barracks are under attack.
Zeb puts a quick stop to IG's attempt to push that tier 2 off the back of an Aegis. As
Holy moly. I don't think they expect to get hit that hard. The ET Spirit amping up the damage, Void Spirit with Aghanims, with Nether Shawl, just absurd amount of burst damage. He even got Depth Shroud off and they still both died. Well, that was their Aegis.
Yep, that was sort of the bit of a swing.
Dire's bottom tower.
Swinging
is
back the
under
other way,
attack.
back over towards the river as well. They found JT. Thompson in with the catch. Seb on top of the Ember. Emo, is he going to be able to get out of this one? He has got the BKB, so
Dire's
that will
bottom
allow him to
tower
get
is
away,
under
at least for
attack.
now. as soon as they get themselves a bit of fortune riding in their direction, IG, they let it slip away.
Maybe they thought OG would be a bit scared to go for the move, but OG did not care at all. They still feel super strong, and they're still gonna look to push forward here. Echo Slam back up, but 30 seconds for JT.
Outside the base now, Sumail, full Daedalus on its way over.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Just
attack.
9,000, 10,000 gold almost ahead of you.
20 seconds without JT. They can't get anything done without the Shaker. Gotta wait for him to be back up. OG
Dire's
now
structures are fortified.
pushing up to the high ground here. What can IG do? Jump forward from Thompson. He's just going straight in. He's gone right in. He's been silenced. The global is
maybe a
out.
bit too
Thompson,
far
he
in.
needs help.
Oh.
Got the dissimulate, but he's not getting out. Thompson's dead for 70. And now Sumail. He's getting jumped on. Echo control him. He will get the BKB off as well as the refraction. But they've got the numbers, IG. JT jumps over towards No Tail. No Tail, he goes down. Fly still full HP and ready to fight. Going over towards Saxa. He'll have a little bit of time for himself with the back community, but Saxa is in trouble. 3 dead on OG.
Okay.
Thompson.
A bit deep there. Sumail does get out though, and so does Seb at very close moments. Sumail is able to get his projection out, and Magnus actually gets the TP out, and JT, maybe he misclicked. His totem put him on the high ground. He just missed the stun onto the Magnus. So 2 get out, but Thompson heavily overextending.
Yeah, he just went in and
he used the aggressive Yules. So
I was like,
oh.
hang on. I was like, oh, he's got BKB or he's got Aegis? What's he doing?
Guess he really thought
But
that
he
No
didn't.
Tail could bail him out, but it was
I
just
guess so.
it's too deep.
Yeah, it's definitely the case there.
Radiant's
Sumail,
middle tower
very
is
lucky
under
to get
attack.
out either. You know, if he got sort of chain lockdown after that initiation for JT, been dead for sure, but man, the damage
Radiant
still
are scanning.
very much plenty here on OG as IG, they hold.
Every single time that they do have Echo and Global, it feels like they have a very good chance to take the fights. Besides that, the OG does have much better ones, but now Taka, he's got Aghanims. So in some of these situations where perhaps they didn't get these kills, he's gonna be able to save people. Lots to save on IG with the depth shroud and with the time lapse. It's gonna
Smoke up though. They want to try and hit.
have to
whilst
hit.
the Global's not hit.
Yep, have to hit while Echo and Global hold down, but it's not very long now. Only got
That's true,
15
yeah.
seconds on Echo, and Global is pretty much back since they're starting to get
Thompson, he's going to look for the setup onto Emo, but Emo's got the BKB. But with the Axe time lapse, they will have that bailout. Ooh, he's getting the jump, but it's just a silencer. I mean, still can eliminate that Global, which would be nice, but Ollie, he's got the Ghost Scepter. I mean, does Ollie even die here? He can jump forward for Thompson, they will be able to burn him. So Ollie's out of the fight, has got buyback available though, if they do feel the need. And that was the
Dire's
RP, but
middle barracks
it allows them to get the
fallen.
range wreck. So I don't know if it'll allow OG to get much more though.
just up to tier 2. Sumail just projections up there.
Axe is done on Emo.
Yep, and he already grabbed the shard from the
Dire's
Roshan
top
from
tower
earlier.
is under attack.
Yeah, that could be easily used too. His Fire Remnants deal damage per second versus TA refraction.
Yeah, very nice against
Dire's
the tier.
top tower
Small
has
little
fallen.
something. Also, of course, being able to regain his charges whenever he does get a kill.
Just against the TA, very nice against the Blinks.
Yep.
Seb might have struggled a bit more to get these RPs off with the remnants being thrown around.
And as we said, Echo Slam is up.
Yep.
IG's
Time to
hunting.
go.
Sumail
So
gets
what
out.
IG can find. By leading him first, trying to give them vision information. Kaya Sanj now onto Thompson, so a bit of resistance to try and break out of these combos that IG is slamming down onto them. Pike as well first, so Mouse. Keep his distance and have that ready chance of repositioning himself in the chaos.
The thing about this, though, is that Sumail is starting to hit critical mass quite soon. IG has a lot more space to grow, so OG definitely wants to
And they're
persist
in.
and look for
They get the
plays.
jump up to the high ground. Up to the side, fly. He's looking to turn back in. They're going to change up on them to the side. The jump, the Echo Slam. He's got the 3 of them. Oh no, Sumail. He's going to get
Dire's
taken
middle
out.
tower
No
is
chance
under
to fight for Sumail as IG immediately collapse on him once again. JT starting off the action. OG, they're trying to scatter back to the base. Not going to make it though. 3 dead on OG. And yet again, IG getting the jump. No Tails carry his deck. That's the
has
gem
been
gone
killed.
Yep.
as well. IG there hitting back hard, and OG.
Radiant's middle tower is
That's
under
well,
attack.
obviously that mistake on the bottom lane, bit of an
Radiant
overextension, and
structures are
since that point, the fights have just got easier and easier for IG, because IG, they've all sort of just got that item that they were waiting for. We'll see it again here.
They walked up as three together. We did these melee heroes versus the Shaker.
Yeah, JT
Jumps in, and then look at Emo. Just 5 spirits on top of Sumail to make sure that he can burst him out.
Completely on top of him. I think Sumail did get the BKB off, but when he was pretty much on like 100 HP, so it was irrelevant, didn't matter.
And I was just mentioning how, you know, Sumail, he's starting to get to his point of soon critical mass. So all these moments where IG get these kills, they're starting to get a lot of momentum, and maybe OG is starting to run out of steam a little bit here versus this constant combo, because now they're so high level too, right? Level 24 TA, respawning in 30, Echo's gonna be back up. So is Global.
Yeah.
Every single time that they do respawn, it's just IG's ready to fight again. Be finding their footing down this game.
This refresh is going to come pretty soon as well for Emo.
Yeah, and of course he finds a Cloak of Flames as well. Didn't point that one out, but another
Beautiful.
phenomenal item
Fire.
versus TA. Blaster gun JT that we did from
BKB,
earlier.
but fly as well.
Yep, everything's coming together.
It really is.
Starting to look more and more difficult for OG as it progresses.
Yeah, they can't afford any more mistakes. Another mistake from OG, and the game's going to be completely in control of IG. Seb, he's going for the jump in. The rest of OG, though, are they actually able to back him up? Thompson willing to jump in, but the BKB pop right away commits onto Seb. Jump ball for JT. He's got the Echo. The turn of Smash is getting chain stunned. He only just gets the BKB up, but again, it's too late. Samael's out and down. OG again having to run. Zaxa, he's trying to get back in onto Emo, but Noctel's dead. Zaxa's got Thompson by his side. Will manage to jump. They kill Emo. Zaxa, well, tries to TP out. Very optimistic attempt there. Does not pay off. He is also dead. Only Thompson left alive. Leon Thompson, he is fly zooming across the map here.
He's got to step
But yeah, he's not going to be able to catch it. But again, 4 dead on OG. IG, they're just taking every single team fight in their favor.
And JT just, he's got target priority. He sees Sumail, he echoes Sumail, and just chain stuns him every time.
It really does feel like he has been the hero here for IG this game.
And in the initial go too, he even fissure blocked off No-Tail from getting into the fight earlier on there, what could potentially maybe get to
Radiant's
7.
bottom
Yeah,
tower
this has just
is
been
under attack.
every single time. And it's also Abaddon, he does pop the ult, but he walks into range of the Echo, so he gets chain stunned during it, so he can't even look to protect Sumail to get an earlier be off.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's sort of just the wide area of effect that JT's throwing out these stuns from. It does mean that as you said, what can normally be seen as a bit of a counterplay to that, you have to deal with the follow-up stuns, and when they come out as thick and fast as they do from JT, yeah, you can't quite get that save off. And Sumail, 2 times now, 2 fights where IG have just made this 25k net worth hero just completely redundant as they just lock him out completely.
Grabs the throw, 7 steps up by him.
He's in trouble here. Heals up. Can he get away from this? The stomp actually is enough. Saxa able to make sure that there's space for him. JT's on the chase, jumps in. Seth, he's not getting away. He goes down. And again, OG, they've got to head back. Without the Magnus, I mean, they've been struggling 5v5, 4v5. That's definitely not going to be an option for OG.
And Sumail respawns, and Echo Simon, and
everything's back up.
Yeah, and no Savage, no way they can test this.
OG, they've got to somehow find JT, like at the start of these fights. It really does feel. If they let the Shaker get the free jump on Sumail, the fight's just over every time.
Yeah, and now there's going to be a refresher shard as well from this Roche. So, I mean, Emo, if he wants it, I would say an argument for JT to just take it because of how good he played, but
well, Emo's pretty close to his own refresher, right?
I think so,
yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
He'll take it now. I mean, honestly,
but there's an argument for JT to take because he is 100% the MVP of this game.
But the thing is as well, you know, JT's probably saying, dude, look, I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't need a refresher shard. I can handle them with 1 round of my spells.
And at the end of the day,
and he can.
A refresher shard with an Ember Spirit, that makes it 3,000 burst damage with Fire Remnant.
Scanning.
You can throw it all 5, dunk it, do it again, dunk it. Yeah. So it's just so much burst and so much potential for an Ember and double BKB and whatnot. Much more useful.
So now, closing in on the Eon disc. That it's going to be the one answer. It's a bit of an awkward answer, of course, to carry, but he has to.
He got an aesthetic counter.
Whoa! Straight away. The Global's going to come out afterwards.
But Firefly's gone.
Is the Aegis combo? He's back for round 2. Sumail, the BKB, now he's going to be giving the jump in from Evo. Then straight away, JT's on top of it as well. Sumail, he's going to go as a He's in with the RP. Thompson closes overhand. They got the damage. Jackson coming in with the big punches. They're taken down too. Emo out. Kaka's well, only to fall. The JT, they'll be able to find him. Also, Saxon just coming in with a hard hit. Samael has the range.
Ember's dead for 80. Fly gets deleted in 2 hits from TA to start the fight. And again, now we swing it the other way.
This time around, they couldn't. I mean, they got so close to killing Samael. But this time, he was able to break away from the combo.
This time, Notel was close enough to be able to bail him out of everything, too.
Even after initially using the BKB quite early, it didn't matter. Everyone still keeps Samael alive. Samael be able to force himself back in with a Hurricane Pipe. Buyback comes out from JT. So a couple of buybacks being used from IG. Jump forward. Zeb, he's got the catch. And that's
100 seconds.
It's a dead slug. A very, very dead slug. Where's his money? No money. 800 short of buyback. That
Can they keep
actually
swinging?
might just be, that might be the game.
They can at least get the megas, I believe.
It's 80 seconds without the slug. Fly, bye.
Dire's top tower.
That might be it.
That might be it.
That might be the end.
Dire's
We'll see.
Got a glove.
They're going to have the combo, right? How long's the Global's up?
Has been killed.
Global's up in 20. They'll have the combo. JT, he's been doing some heavy lifting. He's got
He needs emo, though.
He's got even more weight on him now.
He needs emo's damage.
Dire's top tower.
Set.
has fallen.
He's got a catch.
And silence as well with the trap.
Kaka's gone. No buyback on him either. Jump forward, JT. He's going to try for everything on Samael. He's got the BKB back up.
Killed it.
They couldn't lock him down forever. The split is out onto JT. No buyback on the shake, and that's it. GG. OG. They'll get it. They'll get the win here in game 1.
And it was after such a
Now have mega
big fight
OG.
back from IG. An uphill battle from 15k net worth deficit. Winning every single fight after that, right? They won 3-4 fights in a row on IG, and then one fight that OG wins bottom because of Sumail hiding in the tree line.